Alright, learned something new from my buddy Ted. I was telling him I was putting this LS together, and he told me before you put your rings on, you need to drill a couple holes in here, your piston, because this is all there is to allow the oil to go back to the bottom of your block. And when I tore this motor apart, these were clogged up, so they were not doing their job. So you put two here, flip it over, it says drill two more holes there. I'm using, this is a stock LS piston. This is a 7/64 drill bit. I just put it in the vise with a towel wrapped around it, just lightly clamped it, and then drilled it by hand. So to get my marks, this is what I did. The O is for the old oil galley right here. The N's for new, so that's the ones I'm drilling. And then O, so this is what I did with a piece of tape. So I knew exactly how far to mark it. So from the old to the new is an inch. What's it? Inch and 3/8. So if you do on a stock LS piston, if you do from the old to the new, that'd be an inch and 3/8, and then this will be an inch and 3/8, and that should be an inch and 3/8. It don't have to be perfect, but it's got to be perfect. This is how I did it. Start my piece of tape right here, and I'll start it right in the middle. There's the old one. Wrap your tape around. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. All the way back around. This way I can use this piece of tape for all the pistons. So now you can see the old inch and 3/8 measured over. This is our new one. There's our new one. So that's our two new holes. There's the old one, and then you're going to mark for your next two holes. So all I did was grab me an old Sharpie, just mark it like that, flip it over, just like so, and that way you know where to drill this. Then I'll take my tape off. Then I'll go get me another piston and we'll do the same thing. Go put this in your vise. I want to make sure I'm telling you the right drill bit here. Yeah, 7/64. So you drill your hole, just like so. See how they just line right up? Bada boom, a bada bing. So, it's good to have my buddy Ted. Because you ever had those people that know it all, and you're like, yeah, whatever, and they don't know shit? My old buddy Ted, he's a know-it-all, but he can literally back it up. He literally knows everything. I'm convinced, anyway. So, shout out to my buddy Ted for telling me this before I put my rings on. So this should help with your carbon buildup on your piston. So it's going to push all that oil back down to your block instead of on top of your damn piston. Bad design, so hopefully this will work. Some people are doing 3 holes, as Ted recommended, 2 be just plenty. I mean, you got to think you already got those holes coming in, plus you got these holes, plus you still got your factory ones, so you're going to be in good shape. All right, I'm going to get these rings put on. Peace out. Alright, got the old head cleaned up. Surface is all nice and clean. Here too, the intake part's good. So now I had to order some lapping compound and the tool so we can do the valve, little little quick valve job. I already have the tool and some compound somewhere, but I don't know where the hell it's been. It's been so long since I've done it, so I just went ahead and ordered some new stuff. Putting some heavy duty springs in. You can see here's the stock. And I can almost push it down real easy. These are the new ones, a little bit different. Well, these are going to be a little stouter. You can't hardly move the damn thing. So the cam I'm putting in says you can use stock springs, but might as well change it since I don't know nothing about this motor, how many miles are on it. So we're getting rid of the stock and putting some heavy duty ones in. That's definitely a big difference. Now, can't really tell side by side like that. There we go. Alright, so whenever I get my compound in, we'll lap these valves, and I got them all cleaned up. Cleaned up pretty nice. A lot of carbon. So. Alright, peace out. Oh, I got a hole in my glove. Alright, I got these heads cleaned up best I can. Just wanted to kind of show you this. Watch videos of people spin lapping their valves. You definitely want to do that. It doesn't take much time. Get some of this compound. Put your little compound on there. Put your valve in. I always take a drill and just lightly spin it. And I go back and forth until I don't hear any more grinding where it sounds nice and smooth. You can see one that I already did. That's got WD-40 on it right now. There's the second one. Camera's not going to pick up on it, but it does a really good job. Oh. These are the ones that I have not done, so it kind of gives you an idea. Your exhaust one's always going to look the worst. But, I mean, just see the difference from here to there. And this guy looked just like this one. Just take a little time, spin lap your valves. Like I said, there's all kinds of videos showing you how to do it. I've been doing this every time I've built a motor. This is my first LS I've ever done, but just regular small block Chevys. This is how I've always done it. Pretty much any motor. Big difference. Alright, I gave this a good old blow job. Cleaned it with brake clean. You can see I lap spin or whatever it's called. They look pretty decent. They cleaned up. Then I got this labeled 706 arrow that way. That means the 706 head right here. Number. That's going to be my first valve. Second, and so on and so on. That's how I got it. Just 4x4, drill some holes. Just something so I don't get disorganized. And each head is labeled differently. Like this is labeled a CX, the other one's a BZ. So I'm ready to start putting this all together. Here's my valve springs. Got some engine pre-lube. And the valves. Well, let's get this head put together. Alright, so we got one head done. New springs and new, I don't know if you can see it, I meant to take some pictures as I was building this, but we spin lap the valves. All the exhaust and intake are done, and then I put valve seals in it also, so it's got new valve seals. Let's go outside. Oh, nope, I need some wrenches. Get some wrenches. I'll show you. I got one keeper to put back in. Crap, I don't remember what it was, 13 or 14. We'll grab both. We will grab both. We'll go out here. I'll show you real quick. I've already did the other valves, and we just got these last two. I'll show you how I do it. Let's see. trying to find my keepers. I lost one keeper. Lost one keeper because I was playing around with my, not this one, but I have an old manual one I use for my 350s. I wanted to just see if it works. So I was pumping it up, and I thought I had it tight enough, but I didn't. And it sprung out a little bit, and I lost one of my keepers. And it landed into a pile of bolts and screws, and I can't find it. So I just went to the AutoZone, $2, and you get a brand new pair. Oh, put some brand new ones in there. I got one extra one. See, they look identical. Make sure. Yep. Alright, so now all we got to do is 13 or 14. I guess it's a 14. So now we'll just tighten this dude down. Some people use Anpact, but I try to just use a wrench because it don't take that long and that way I don't mess anything up. And this tool's not the greatest. It's just a cheapo off of Amazon. But it appears to work. Just push my valve up. There we go. I'll put our 2 keepers in. There's that one. Usually if you just put a little grease on there. I had to do that on this one. And I didn't. And let's start over. Let me go get a magnet. Pull that out. Got ahead of myself. Put some grease on there. Kind of keeps your keeper in place. See, now they're kind of stuck on there. Get our new ones. Just like so. Now we should be able to loosen her up. Just go nice and slow. Make sure your keepers are staying in place. That's it. We are done. This head is done. Done, done, done. I think we're ready to put some rings on the pistons. And I think we're ready to start. Oh, we got to clean the block. I need to clean the block real good since I did a little grinding and sanding on it. Put a little bit there. Sweet. There's another head. Cheap rebuild. Alrighty. Sweet. There's the old Charger. Got some high heat engine paint. I went out and bought it. The old Ace. What did I do with it? Oh, it's right there. Right in front of me. I'm going to spray the exhaust on the Charger where I welded. Spray it all that way. Slow down the rusting. Oh, we're ready to rock and roll. This is done. Heads are done. Our pistons are modified with our little holes on either side. That'll help the oil to drain back down to the bottom of the block. So we'll get the pistons all cleaned up and then we're going to re-ring them. So we'll end up putting it in the block. So I'll take one of the old rings. Where's the old rings? Oh, here's the old rings. That don't matter which ring. So you just take one of your old rings, put it in the bottom channel. We'll slide her in there like this. So now we got our old ring in the bottom channel. we'll put this, I'll just kind of show you real quick. If you can see, right there, the motor is dirty, got to be cleaned. We honed it, but where's my WD? Why can I not find nothing? I just bought some WD-40. Here it is. So what I'm saying is we got to get this motor all cleaned. But you just basically, you'll put your new rings in here, then your ring with your piston like that, and then that will be your stopping point. Just like that. Bam. Pull that back out and your ring should stay in there. Then you can check your gap. And I may or may not show you how I do it. This is, like I said, this is my first LS motor build. I built many motors, but this is my first LS. It's pretty much the same as a regular 350. There's not much difference to them. A little easier. These LSs are easier to work on so far. So we'll get this a good cleaning, wipe it down, because see, we got a little crap on it, and you know, it's dirty from sanding on this and scraping. Razor blade scrape, you know, pretty much scrape on the razor blade on everything. Well, and then we'll get the new cam put in. We got our new lifters, our new push rods, new rings. The only thing we're reusing is the rod bearings and main bearings because they still look brand new. So we're trying to keep this as cheap as possible. Calling this my Chinese rebuild because all the parts I bought, I didn't know it, but I bought the cheapest stuff off of eBay and Amazon, and the packages all are from China. So the rings are from China, the lifters are from China, the push rods are from China. Well, it's my China LS. All right, thanks for watching. Next time you see us, we'll start assembling and get this thing put together. Peace out. Signing off.